Very good morning to all. So today we have to start the one more concept in the comparative anatomy of the heart, that is the comparison between the heart of fish and amphibia. Okay. So you have to make the comparison between the two hearts, structure, function, and how it will be work. All these things you have to study in the comparative part. So what you going to means main objective in this video means first you have to learn the definition, origin, development of the heart, how it will be takes place, then comparison of the heart of different vertebrates, but in this video only fish and amphibia. Evolution of heart from two-chambered venous heart to four-chambered heart with double circulation of blood means what? I told that is the lower vertebrates means invertebrates have the open type of the circulatory system. So how the evolution takes place? Evolution means what? Changes from one organism to the next organism or from pisces to the mammals. How the changes has been taken place, how the evolution has been taken place, like that the origin of the heart will be takes place in a different fashion. Okay, two-chambered, three-chambered, four-chambered means what? From single circulation to the double circulation. Like this origin has been taken place in different vertebrates. So that you have to study and you have to make the comparison. So you know the heart definition. Heart is a muscular pump that pumps blood through blood vessels. Okay, so blood will be flow within the blood vessels and maintains blood circulation in a proper fashion. Heart also channelizes pure and impure blood to appropriate parts of the circulatory system, thereby preventing their mixing. That's why particular blood vessels are there, arteries and the veins, arterioles like these. Okay, so arteries carries the oxygenated blood to the cells and veins which will be drains or take out the deoxygenated blood to the heart for purification. Like these, each and every different blood vessels are there, so those will be work properly. That's why the mixing of the pure and impure blood will not takes place. That's why the heart is the first organ to function in the embryo and the circulatory system is the first functional system. When the development of an embryo in the womb takes place, or when the baby development takes place, or any other egg or any other animals which produce the offspring, in those all organism the first organ will be formed, that is the heart. Okay, so heart is the first organ form and the circulatory system is the first functional system or arises in the body. So this is the main thing. Then how it is originated? So the heart originated from the mesodermal layer. Mesodermal layer means what? When the formation of the offspring, zygote or embryo, or we called as the baby development takes place, the three layers will be arised in the starting, means in the blastula, gastrula, that is the ectoderm, mesoderm, endoderm. So ectoderm gives the different eyes, or we called as the ear, or any other cells will be originated, and the mesoderm gives the blood vessels, blood cells, heart, or any other lungs, like these organs will be developed, and the endoderm that gives the other cells or tissues. Like this, each and every layer of the layer in the embryo which gives rise to the different cells, different tissues and the different organs. Understood? So heart is the first organ originated during the embryo formation. This is the first functional system and it is originated from the mesodermal layer. It arises due to the bilateral contribution of the lateral plate mesoderm. Develops ventral to the pharynx. Where it is developed? So it is the ventral side of the pharynx region. So first vertebrate heart you have to study, that is the pisces. In the pisces you have to take the example, that is the shark. Okay, so you have to study how is the shark heart structure and which parts will becomes and how the circulation will be occurs here. Actually the origin of the shark heart will be like this we called as the shark heart origin. atrium, ventricle, conus arteriosus, sinoatrial valve, like all these things is originated, and this we called as the heart structure of the shark or the Pisces. So same as cyclostome heart. Cyclostomes means what? This is also jawless fish. Means fishes have some jaws fishes and means categorized like that. Jaws fishes and the jawless fishes. So jawless fish jaws are absent there. Those category we called as the cyclostomes. Same as the cyclostome heart. Volume of atrium same as that ventricle. So both atrium and the ventricle volume becomes same. Okay, both like this. Muscular conus acts as auxiliary pump to help maintain blood flow into the ventral aorta. Ventral aorta, which will be supplies the blood to the different cell, oxygenated blood. So that will be act as the muscular conus after ventricular relaxation. So atrium and the ventricle both works at together. So one is the contract, one will be relaxation occurs. Like this they told. Numerous semilunar valves arranged in 3 longitudinal rows. Like these valves we call as the conal valve, atrioventricular valve, or we call as the sinoatrial valve. Like these different valves are there. From those again different blood vessels will be arised. Those all are arranged at the single rows. One dorsal row and 2 ventral lateral rows. So these all valves, one is at the dorsal side and 2 remaining at the ventral side. So those are arranged in a longitudinal fashion. Coronary circulation is developed. Coronary circulation means the blood vessels arised from the muscles of the heart, and those will be also carries the oxygenated blood to the cells. This is the actually fish heart, where first you see all the parts that we called as the common cardinal vein, sinus venous, sinoatrial valve, atrium. Atrium means auricle. Atrioventricular valve is present in the atrium. Then at the in between the atrium and ventricle. Then next is the ventricle, semilunar valve, conus, ventral aorta. So like these parts are present in the shark heart. So sinus venous, this valve or part we called as the which receives the blood from the various parts of the body, that will be sent to the atrium, then ventricle, then to the conus. Then it will be go to the gills for the purification. And from the gills again it will be transferred to the different parts of the cells. Means circulation will be occurs like this. This we called as the one-way circulation. Okay, single circulatory system present in the fish or in the Pisces. In other vertebrates, if you compare the birds or the mammals, the double circulation is there because 4 chambers are there. The blood will be comes to the heart. From the heart it will be goes to the lungs. From the lungs again it will be come back to the heart. Then from the heart it will be supplied to the cells. Like this system is present in the higher vertebrates. So this is the first vertebrate which have the simple circulation. Okay, that is the single systematic circulation. Next you have to study that is the amphibian heart. So this is the 3 chambered, 2 auricle, 1 ventricle, like this heart shape in case of the amphibians. And these 2 chambers we called as atrium. Last one is the ventricle, where atrium receives the blood, then it will goes into the ventricle. So oxygenated and deoxygenated bit mixing will be takes place, but not everything will be mixing takes place in the ventricle, because there are some means what we call pouch like structures are there. So that will be prevent the mixing of the oxygenated and deoxygenated blood. That's why it will be properly supplied to the lungs for the purification. Understood? So these we called as the parts of the amphibian heart. Like this it is originated. Spiral fold, right atrium, left atrium, pulmonary vein, sinus venous, all this is present in the heart structure. partially oxygenated blood, deoxygenated blood from the most part of the body mixed with oxygenated blood from the lining of the mouth and skin enters to the SV, means sinoatrium or the ventricle. So SA, SV present in the heart of the amphibian, so which will be receives the deoxygenated and oxygenated blood from the mouth skin. This that it will be enters in the right atrium, then into the right ventricle. This is sent to the lungs for the aeration, means for the oxygenation, then return to the heart. This is called as the pulmonary circulation. So in case of the amphibian heart, pulmonary circulation is there. In case of the fish, that we called as the only deoxygenated blood will be blood circulation will be takes place. It will be go to the gills, their oxygenation will be takes place, then supplies to the different cells here. But it is exactly opposite in case of the amphibia, because here two atriums are there, one ventricle is there. That's why bit mixing of the oxygenated and deoxygenated blood will be takes place. How it will be work? So here the oxygenated deoxygenated blood which is present in the skin and the mouth region, that will be received by the sinoventricular node or the sinoventricular part. Then it will be transferred to the right atrium, right ventricle. Then it will be go to the lungs for the purification. From the lungs it will come back to the heart. Then it will be supplied to the cells, okay, through the arteries that we called as the pulmonary circulation. These all parts which are present in the amphibian heart: ventricle, auriculoventricular valve, right atrium, left atrium. So both these we call right atrium, left atrium, pulmonary veins, pulmonary cutaneous artery, carotid artery, systemic artery, means each and every artery which will be supply the blood to the different parts, okay. Carotid artery, systemic artery, they supply the blood to the body parts here. Oxygenated blood will be go here. So these are the parts which comes under the conus, okay, that have the synangium, phalangium, like these all valves which are present in the conus. Septum, conus arteriosus, right atrium, pulmonary vein, left atrium, sinus venous, ventricle, this is the ventral side of the blood. Mixed blood from the right side of ventricle, okay. So from the right side of the ventricle goes with the left side of the conus to the lungs through pulmocutaneous arteries. So goes for the purification from the right side. Pure blood from left side of the ventricle passes to the right side of conus to systemic and carotid arteries. So these are the systemic and carotid arteries which will be supply the blood to the body parts. Means it carries the pure blood. So this is bit regarding the fish heart that I told. Fish have a single circuit for blood flow and two chambered heart that has only one single atrium and single ventricle. The atrium collects the blood that has returned from the body, while the ventricle pumps the blood to the gills, okay, where gas exchange occurs and the blood is reoxygenated. Gas exchange also means gills plays both for circulatory system and for the respiratory system. Of course, the blood is reoxygenated. This is called the gill circulation. The blood then continues through the rest of the body before arriving back at the atrium. This is called systemic circulation. This unidirectional flow of blood produces the gradient of oxygenated to deoxygenated blood around the fish systematic circuit. The result is a limit in the amount of oxygen that can reach some of the organs and tissues of the body, okay. So oxygen will be reached through the blood, reducing the overall metabolic capacity of the fish here. Only limit amount of the oxygen will be supplied to the cells and the tissues, that will be reduce the metabolic activity, because for the metabolic activity or for any reaction in the cell of the fishes we need oxygen. So blood supplies the only limited oxygen, because through the water the gills will be supplied the oxygen. That's why metabolic rate in the fish is it's low. In amphibians, reptiles, birds and mammals, blood flows directly in two circuits. Okay, means what? One through the lungs and back to the heart, that is the pulmonary, and the other is throughout the rest of the body and its organ including the brain, systematic circulation. So in the amphibians, reptiles, birds, the double circulation or we call as the pulmonary circulation, systematic circulation is there. Pulmonary means from the heart to the lungs, this is the pulmonary. From the lungs to the heart and to the different parts of the body, that is the systemic circulation. Amphibians have three-chambered heart that has two atria, one ventricle, rather than two-chambered heart of fish. So amphibia have the three-chambered heart. The two atria receive the blood from the two different circuits, from the lungs and from systems. There is some mixing of blood in the heart ventricle that I told. Two atria receive the blood from the two different parts, okay, from the heart and from the body parts. And mixing will be bit takes place in the ventricle, which reduces the efficiency of oxygenation in the amphibians. The advantage to this arrangement is that high pressure in the vessels pushes blood to the lungs and the body. The mixing is mitigated by the ridge within the ventricle that diverts oxygen-rich blood through the systemic circulatory system and deoxygenated blood to the pulmocutaneous circuit. Means what happens? The bit mixing of the blood takes place in the ventricle. That's why it gives the means not that much oxygen supply will be takes place to the cells as compared to the birds and reptiles and mammals. For this reason, amphibians are often described as having a double circulation. As compared to the fish, it has the double circulation because both the blood circulation takes place here, oxygenated as well as the deoxygenated. But like that of birds and mammals, the efficiency of the oxygen capacity to the cell circulation is lower. Understood? So when the question asks, write the comparison between the heart of fish and amphibians, then you have to draw the diagrams, write the parts and describe about both the hearts. Okay, so this is regarding the circulatory system in fish and amphibians. So next class we have to study regarding the reptiles, birds and the mammals. Okay, thank you.